Republic government in exile and make it standard to move it into the United States of Biafra, which we currently have. These individuals went to work, did the whole restructuring. It was presented during our convention in Finland by the committee chair, Dr. Dorothy. It was presented. And that is where we are right now. That is the only structure that the Prime Minister approves. There are still some cabinet members who were not in this list of the secretaries that are still in the United States of Biafra cabinet as of today, without any positions, but they were still playing the role of cabinet members. When we call meetings for the cabinet, they are there with open heart, because they know that in every nation, in any nation, you cannot have up to 50, 60, 70 cabinet members. Google the cabinet member of America, they're just like 15. Finland, almost about 15 cabinet members. Why should the United States of Biafra cabinet be different? We cannot have everyone into the cabinet. That was why the Prime Minister set up that committee to restructure Briggy, Perry, and Post declaration. And these ex-Briggy cabinet members, most of them are fully aware they were in that meeting when the Prime Minister gave that instruction. But we then follow that instruction? No, they never respected him when he was there, talk less of when he's not there. That is why they are pretending right now as if there's any other thing existing somewhere, which there is absolutely nothing. All they are doing is what their paymaster from the Nigeria terrorist state and their agent from the legitimized Southeast and South governor has paid one or two of them from intelligence to do. By destabilizing or trying to destabilize, trying to pretend as if there's something else existing there. Nothing is existing. Not in this government that we are in today. Nothing. So I want to use this opportunity to tell our gentle Yahu, we truly appreciate you. We truly appreciate your services. I personally appreciate you because I don't know some of you. And I know nobody will claim they know, because when the Prime Minister was around, the Prime Minister, most of the information and direct messages from our men on ground, most of you will bear me witnesses. The Prime Minister communicates directly with them. That has been the way it is. But some ex-Briggy cabinet members think that, oh, they have access to one commander on ground. They have access to one general who is their brother, and they can use them to manipulate what we are doing. Do not fall for that trick. The information from the Prime Minister is that no one knows anything, and that is where we stand. Those that says and those that continue to mingle with the affairs of the men on ground, the Prime Minister specifically warned, nobody should have access to our men on ground. It's not today that we started saying it. It is not today. It is not today that the Prime Minister started giving that warning. But some individuals, they think they know too much. They think they know too much. They think one of their friends, no one soldier on ground, no one man on ground. Therefore, they try to manipulate, try to be the spokesperson of those individuals. That's not your job. If the Prime Minister believed that you could have done that job, he would have made that appointment to appoint you as the spokesperson of the men on ground, which he did not do. And because he did not do that, you need to stay on your lane. You must stay on your lane because we are running a government. So I appreciate all the men on ground. I appreciate all our combatant soldiers. We appreciate all our BLA, BDF, Air Force, and Navy. There is nothing that will make this government to abandon anyone. As long as you go through the appropriate chain of command for this government, there are no two ways about it. Anybody that decides you cannot belong to the United States of Biafra, then do not ask anything from the United States of Biafra. If there's a place you feel more comfortable, and that's why I keep saying the United States of Biafra, we are going to have freedom of association. Whoever you feel comfortable to associate with, please go to the person. But as long as this government that our prime minister left for us, from Briggy to de facto to the United States of Biafra, as long as this government is concerned, that structure that the prime minister told us to form, that structure is in place. And anything you wish, any question you have, please go through that structure so that people don't use you. Those that use you, at the end of the day, they will dump you, because the United States of Biafra is the only government that will fight for you, that will fight for your rights, that will fight for anything that you need. Nobody else will do that. Forget the individuals that think they know too much about the face, or they know too much about Igwe Butosh, or they know too much. I'm not here to open up. I'm not here to say what I say. It is not what I'm here for. I'm here to keep the record straight. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that is a clear picture. And that is a fact that I'm telling you. Again, I want to use this opportunity, just I've told our men on ground, and I've told Yahoo the Gentle that this government respects every commander on ground. We respect everyone. We respect every Biafra. We do not want to create a situation where what happened during the transition between our leader Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa happened, where innocent Biafrans started seeing other innocent Biafrans as their enemies. That is what these individuals are trying to do. Do not fall for that trick. We already control that situation. We will continue to control that situation. The coordination between the state governors and the commanders on ground must continue. Every state have a commander. That is the way it's going to be. If you are a commander, you are in charge of the state where you are. You cannot leave Aba State and go to Ebonyi State unless there is a need from the government for that movement to happen. Then that will happen. But until then, we will continue to follow the structure of the United States of Biafra. Those that are working for the terrorist government of Nigeria, they are trying to use every way possible to derail or try to tamper or try to tell you, oh, they're going to be funding you directly. They are going to be funding that person directly. I am telling you, there is only one government, the United States of Biafra. If you are not with this government, we cannot guarantee anything. We cannot tell you that you will receive this or you will not receive that. But what I am trying to let you know is we do not want anyone, civilian or military, to be a stumbling block to the final push to restore the United States of Biafra. Do not let anybody use you. You will not succeed in that fight. I'm telling you. We respect all our military. We respect our citizens. But if they want you to put you in that place where there was a transitional chaos when our leader Nnamdi Kanu was taken away, and there was so much crisis, so much mayhem, where they tell you, if you follow Simon Ekpa, they will kill you. And actually, some people did it. Those that trusted and believed in the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, some people were killed. And who killed them? Those that believe that they were following Nnamdi Kanu's step. But I tell you, these individuals, they are not following Nnamdi Kanu's direction. They are just selfish elements planted by the Nigerian state to disrupt and disorganize the final restoration of the United States of Biafra. That is what they are doing right now, trying to confuse you and tell you that they are ex-Brigade cabinet member. There is nothing like any parallel government. These are just drama they are doing to confuse those that they can confuse. The Nigerian government pays even Yorubas, even Igbos, more importantly, even Biafrans. They pay them to be part of this confusionist. And I want Biafrans to be fully aware of what they are doing. Again, like I said, the Prime Minister set up the structure of what the brigade will look like immediately upon declaration. That video is out there. Go and watch that. Immediately we declared the United States of Biafra. The Prime Minister also said that the cabinet we had before, the brigade cabinet, will be dissolved. Some of them were lying that the Prime Minister said it will be dissolved after 4 years. It will dissolve after we fully restore it. So they were using all those confusion to some unsuspecting individuals until they now saw the meeting that we had, the Prime Minister had with the brigade cabinet members, where he clearly stated that this structure will take place immediately we declare United States of Biafra. So let somebody tell me, what is it? What is the template of the Prime Minister that this government is not following? Now, when they saw the video, when they saw the meeting we had, some were saying it will be done inside brigade. So again, I don't have any problem with people not being very smart, but I also want to ensure that for you to be a leader or to be a spokesperson or to be in the power or in the corridors of power of the United States of Biafra, there are certain things that we do not expect you to do. Because when you have some individuals saying, oh, the restructuring, because they will always come up with one childish talk or the other, just to confuse those that are following them. When somebody said, oh, the restructure was supposed to be done under brigade, the person does not know this committee was set up under brigade. This committee went to work for almost 2 months to set up the structure under brigade. Why? They were still brigade. That was last year. Between September and I think November 2024, pre-declaration, that was when this committee and the period they worked for the restructuring. All these individuals making noise now, none of them was part of that structure, because I believe the Prime Minister knows the Prime Minister knows those that will lead us to United States of Biafra. So everything was done right under the Biafra Republic government in exile. Those ex-cabinet members that were part of that meeting, they heard the PM instruction. Ask them, why didn't they follow the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's instruction? Because they didn't see him. All of a sudden, everybody become the grandmaster or the grandmother of the United States of Biafra or brigade. How else do you describe people that we are paid to disrupt this government? So again, we will continue to pull the records straight. Again, it is not my duty to, I only bring out information to let people know the facts when they've been inundated with a lot of lies from the so-called ex-brigade cabinet members. When they continue to lie to Biafrans, the truth will continue to come out. And we are not telling anyone not to follow anybody, but please do not disrupt the United States of Biafra and its activities with misinformation. I don't want to produce the receipt of the money that was sent to We don't have to go there, but it happens. And I'm telling you all that the United States of Biafra is taking care of all its military as much as we could, 100%, without anyone. But please, if you have any problem, go to your commander. That is what we intend to build. We are not going to be attending to any individual problem. That is the way we are going to make our country one of the best in what we want. I think on that note, we will open the floor for questions from Biafrans. If you have any questions to either the defense, or we have a couple of brigade secretaries that are here. Again, when people say that they don't know, United States of Biafra secretaries, when people say they do not know what they look like, they don't know, people just come out to just open their mouth and just talk a certain way. I would just encourage them. It's not about me, but when you come out to discredit what the Prime Minister has set up, you're doing yourself a very big harm, because it's going to come back to you. If you do not respect an establishment by our Prime Minister, I wonder where you are going to do that, your Biafra. I wonder where you're going to do it. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a few hands that are up. And then if you have any questions to the defense team, please go ahead and do that. And then we will call it a day.
Thank you so much, DPM.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will start with Chibike Opi. Chibike Opi Nato.
Yes, good evening, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Secretary of Defense. Actually, I am very, very happy that this online discussion took place today, because a lot of things has been happening. So thank you very much once again. My question is, I'm very sure that maybe the Secretary of Defense and his deputy may not be aware that a lot of people are being killed in Enugu. A lot of people are being killed in Enugu. That is by the Fulani herdsmen. So what is the government doing about it to stop this killing? That is number one. And number two is, I have always been requesting that the Secretary of Defense should maybe sometime, maybe on weekly basis, come online and address Biafrans. Because to be perfectly sincere with you, our life is in the hands of the Department of Defense. And some of us in the homeland are confused. And we just want to be hearing from the Department of Defense, at least, even if not by space, but by just coming up on Twitter, their Twitter handle.
Okay. Okay. Please,
yes.
Let's keep our questions just to at least 30 seconds. And then because we may have so many before the defense answers that question to the person that, let me quickly let you know, if you have been following our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, when he said that the reason for the declaration of the United States of Biafra is to raise the necessary documents we need to present on the different tables and to different organizations to give us the recognition we need as a nation. That is one. That is exactly what the United States of Biafra is doing now. Our Prime Minister let us know that when Biafra comes, we do not expect to see Boza every now and then. Give me 1 second, please. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay. Okay, so sorry about that. So the Prime Minister made it clear to everyone that upon the declaration of Biafra, you're not going to be seeing all this every night will kill, they fight here. No, that's not what. Then again, let me tell dear friends that the killing of our people by the Nigerian state using reintegrated terrorists like the Fulani headsmen has been ongoing. We saw the women of Ehamufu protesting today. And I want to make it clear to you that these women wouldn't have done what they are doing if they do not see firsthand the killing of their innocent loved ones by the Nigerian state. Because when our prime minister was around, he says this, he does this anywhere we have. They send people just to go and do this and do that. We are still killing our innocent men and women. But nobody understood the degree of how failed Nigeria is. Even that governor, in that state, he never understood the danger that his own citizens, I mean the delegitimized governor, the danger that his citizens are going through. He never knew that. Because when the prime minister was around, everyone, some of these individuals were saying that prime minister is the cause of the problem. Now the prime minister is not there. Now all these killings by the Fulani headsmen that were sent by Nigerian state, who is doing that? Is it our prime minister? As a new nation, there are things that we have to do. We do not have the numerical strength. We do not have the equipment to face Nigeria face to face with the wars. That is what this government is gradually doing. There is a delegitimized governor sitting in that state today, collecting the security fund from the Nigerian state to protect these innocent citizens. What is that governor doing? What is he doing with the money? So the person that asks this question, you need to go to that delegitimized governor in that state and ask him, what is he doing with the security funds he collects from the Nigerian state? That is who you need to attack first. That is who you need to throw that question to first. The United States of Biafra, we will continue to use the little resources we have to equip our men on ground to be able to protect our people. But the point I'm making is the killing of our people, the killing of innocent Biafrans didn't start today by the Nigerian state. So let me leave this to, I just want to clarify that to the last speaker. And I am very, very happy that the citizens have risen up. That is what we will continue to do. In the 40 states of Biafra, the expectation is that the citizens are going to rise up against these killings. That will make our job easier. Go ahead, the Defense Secretary, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, my DPM. Thank you. I know my video, for some reason, I couldn't open my video.
Hold on 1 second, please. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. And,
okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, my able DPM, for your statements. That's very, very correct. So basically, in Ahumufu, I mean, see what we did. We tried last time to push the Fulani herdsmen out of the area where they're occupying the farmland of the residents of Ahumufu, and and the environment. So we did that, and when we came back, these some villagers, I don't know, some those in the community pointed out to the Nigerian terrorist army that, hey, these people, this is why they come from this bush, they come from there, and they're sabotaging us when we're there to help the indigenous, and they followed us and they attacked us. So this is what happened in the Ahumufu. That's been a big problem since last year. When Pierre was here as well, we had the same issue that happened, and that even he was so upset that he said that let them defend themselves. So again, we have a sitting governor of Enugu State, siding with the Fulani and the military and of course providing accommodation for the herdsmen, in fact giving them the land as well. You know, so because that is what's happening. I mean, we can go there, but we cannot go there with all this army, Bubago, and the rest of them attacking us when we don't have enough equipment to fight back. So that's why this donation is very, very important. We need more funding. We need more funding to buy the equipment that will match theirs, so we can have an even fight when we try to challenge them. Right now, we don't have the ability to, like DPM said, do a face-to-face fight with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless you. I really appreciate it.
Okay, let me throw more light to that, Secretary, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay, on the issue at Ehamufu, we, like our Secretary said, you know, like you said, sabotage is an issue. And because of the rate of hunger in our land, our politicians tend to poison the minds of our people with the little inducement in order to sabotage our effort. And now, for us to win the battle of minds of the people, the minds and soul of the people can only be won if we had a little more resources than the one we had in order to actually, because some of them don't understand actually why we are there. They can take even 200 naira from the politician on their own locality to go and point their hands and, to the location of our people. That is why we call on our people to continue to donate hugely, even go up in your donations, but now, because now we need it, because we have to win the minds and the souls of most of these villagers in order to be able to actually be there to protect them. It might sound stupid, but that's just the way it is. So that is what is happening in Ihamufu specifically, I believe. So if you are from Ihamufu, please, when we call for donations, fundraising, come in there. When we do state donations, come and support your state, support your local government area. So we will have enough money in that particular area in order to do the needful. Thank you. However, remember that the government of Biafra always appreciates your donations, no matter how little. May God continue to bless Biafrans.
All right, thank you so much. And again, let me just also use this opportunity to let our Biafrans know the need for the fundraising. Those of, just like Deputy Defense has said, we can only work with what we have. But we do not want to go and borrow money from those that kill us and dump it on our men on ground. And then you'll have a situation where when you call or when you give instruction or when you call for education or when you are trying to collaborate to make our country better, you have this narrative, again, this narrative that sometimes, again, I know this narrative has been ongoing before. And again, I'm not blaming anyone for that. But there's this narrative always that because I carry the gun, I'm the one that will decide what happens in my nation or in the United States of Biafra. Sometimes that has been or may have been the narrative for some time. But that's not factual. For you to go to war in a country, you must have the permission of the president of your country to go to war. It's not the other way around. But that's where I see our people need a lot of reorientation and orientation. Again, it's not against anyone. And I'm very, very happy that those leading our defense, both at home and abroad, they really understood, they've started understanding this point. But it is the right thing for our nation to move forward. We want to build a nation where if you are in military, you know you are in military. And I keep telling Biafra, there are 1 million positions that are open to Biafrans. How many can I occupy? How many can you occupy? You can only occupy one. If somebody is Secretary of Information, she can only do one. If you are Secretary of Defense, you can only do one. There'll be Secretary of Navy, there'll be Secretary of Air Force, there'll be directors in different immigration, different 1,001 positions in the government. Who is going to do that? Who is going to do that? It is still us Biafrans. But we must maintain that chain of the government, not for anything else, but for us to build a sound democracy where we do not have individuals because they carry gun, therefore they can harass or they can intimidate or they can say they own the world. Oh, you can. No, we are not. We are not building that kind of Biafra anymore. We are trying to step out from that. That is why we organize all those training from the last one. We have the international humanitarian laws and all that. We make our commanders on ground go through those trainings. And by going through those trainings, it kind of changes their mindset on how they see things. Nobody is an enemy of anyone. But there are rules, there are things that we need to do to be able to ensure that we run a country that you can compare with all the developing countries in the world. So that is one thing I wanted to chip in there. So we will continue to streamline the activities of our people. What happened in Hamufu is very, very sad. It is very deplorable. Again, how else? There are so many ways. Sometimes some people say, oh, you've not said anything about Hamufu. Some people say, oh, you didn't say anything about Arnam Dekano went to court. Ask those people. It's because of when you bring certain people together around you, it's just distraction. The write-ups that I've done to criticize Nigerian government in every aspect, none of them can come near that. Not even 1 over 1,000. They do not have the capacity. They can only say what they know. CSS, I will attack the Nigerian government. I will come online to do it. I will do it. What are you doing? What is your own duty? If the COS does not talk about something, why don't you go and say it? Put it on your own page and let the Africans know about it. Why must you wait? If I don't do something, then there are some of the things. Oh, COS, she didn't write that in Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, came to court. Therefore, she hates her. That's the kind of stupid talk that some people emanate and spread. And you keep asking yourself, who are these people fighting? Are they here to fight Biafra? Are you there to fight COS? Or are you there to follow our leader Nnamdi Kanu or our prime minister to get Biafra? Your fight should be tailored to Biafra, to Nigerian government. Your fight should be tailored to those Fulani that come to kill us. Your fight should be tailored to the Nigerian defense chief, Christopher Musa, and the Nigerian state that come in to kill our people. Your fight should not be to DOS. If they kill people in Hamufu, have you gone to the press release and do a press release on that? Write the newspapers, go to different media and tell them how they are killing your people. That's the right thing to do. You don't wait for COS. And then if you don't see it on my wall, you just start messing yourself up. So again, dear friends, I want you to look out for these individuals that are trying to disrupt what we are doing. And again, the way that I propagate, the way I do my own thing may be different from the way you do your own things. That are Biafran that sent to me. Things they are doing privately, things that I don't even know that they are doing towards Biafra restoration. Do I have to just come and, no, I don't. But these are genuine Biafrans. The goal is one. Put that ball on the net. Whether you come from the side, whether you come from the middle, whether you come from the other side, whether you shoot from goalpost to goalpost, the goal is same thing. Put that ball on the net. Let us all go home. When we go to our Biafra land, we will start talking about what we did and what we did not do. But don't go on social media and make COS your daily talk. That means you have nothing to offer Biafra. You are just there to disturb me. And I don't want no disturbance. I am focused on the task. I need you to be focused on your own task, no matter how small it is, no matter how little it is. Focus on that little portion you can do. If you want to march, go and march. You don't need permission from the COS before you go and march on Finland embassy in front of your country or in front of your state for them to release a prime minister. You can organize that. You are a human being. The same head I have is what everybody here have. Let's go to the next person, please.
Thank you so much. The next person is Emmanuel Charles. Emmanuel Charles.
Okay, yeah. Good evening, everybody. God bless you all. I am very, very happy to be here. Once again, I want to thank the Secretary of Defense and our DPM for a very great opportunity this evening to address us. This is what we have been expecting in order not to continue to be confused. So please, I have a few questions I want to ask. The first question I want to ask is based on the kind of confusion going about, and we are confused, more especially we on the motherland. Now, my question is this. This question is going to our DPM. Please, ma'am, you've made us to know that the government of USB is funding our men on ground. And our men on ground has made us to know that they don't work with any other person apart from sources who they trusted for security reasons of their own life. And we know that you have sacked, so the government have sacked success. Now, success has been sacked. And the men on ground say that that is the only channel they trust. So can you please now tell us the next means? Since success is no longer there, and the men on ground are saying they are not receiving, and you are not telling us they are receiving. Okay. Can you now tell us, number one, can you tell us, can you tell us the source they are receiving their fund? That is number one. Number two question is this. You made us to understand that this military is decentralized. And please, we are confused, not especially myself, because I have read, go through all the countries of the world who practice true democracy, that is a confederate system of government, which America is number one example. They never decentralize their military. So where do we borrow this decentralizing of our military? Okay. So that we can be able to get where we are going.
Okay, thank you. Are you in the military homeland?
No, don't ask me. Just go ahead. I don't need to
expose
myself.
Are you a military person in homeland?
I don't need to express myself now. Please,
no, because you said that because the reason why, you see, people just say things. The reason why I'm asking you this question, if you are a man on ground right now, I will direct you to the Commander General of the Biafran Army. And that's why I'm asking you, are you an army personnel on ground? If you are not, then that information you just say here is false. Let's go to the next question, please. Dr. Adi, go ahead.
Next is Patricia O.
Good evening, everybody. This is Patricia here. Thank you very much, whoever that put up this meeting today, because I was having it in mind that we should have this meeting. And thank you so much. But one thing, everything we are talking about here, it's just that, you see, the problem I have here is that it's just like children of Israel. You see, we are saying that we have left exile, but we carry the spirit of exile follow us to where we are now in USB, because Nigeria still is some of us. We can never leave that Nigerian mentality. And no matter what we are doing, many of us here say have it. It doesn't matter how long we have stayed in overseas. So, and for example, another thing I want to put in here is that if we can remember what the Prime Minister said, I wasn't in the cabinet when Prime Minister was here, but still, I joined some of the meeting. But I remember that he said something. After the declaration of Biafra, he said it's going to go worse. Many things will be happening. But we can see what is happening now. And now we are complaining for the new government, which is only 3 months old. And this new government, many confusion from left and right. We are not together. So we're talking about men on the ground. Yes, you're looking after us. And we here in diaspora, we are trying our best to make sure that you people are comfortable too. But the thing everybody should know is this. There was a bit of confusion, and which I don't want to talk about now. Everybody knew that. Some of these men on the ground, I don't think they have really come back to their senses to know where they belong to. And again, if you have somebody who is your commander, and especially I knew about, is it Yahoo Gentle or Gentle? Because I normally heard about him. And he's a very nice guy. Everybody loves you. Anywhere you are, it could be listening to everybody speaking here. So if there's problem, they have to be the head. And according to what you always say, is that Butuzo, you love Butuzo so much, is your general. Then if you have problem, why can't you meet that Butuzo and let us know? Or you're having problem with your general, is good to get through to the secretary, I mean, the defense secretary or assistant to defense secretary. You get through to them before you even get to, when it's serious, before you get to DPN. But all this is going on, we're talking, because when I saw this thing today, I was really shocked. And somebody, we are talking about it. I was shocked when I'm hearing all these things. And we're talking, the guy that spoke about centralizing the military. Yeah, then do it. Because if something is happening in Liverpool and what they do is serious, before I even get to somebody like PM, they have to call the general first. Then the general can send somebody to them, as we are saying here. But something, because we don't know, Nigeria mix everything together. And because of that, people still want us to work like Nigeria. If this cabinet is going to work like Nigeria, I won't be among them. And if you people are expecting us to work like Nigerian government because you are still in that zone, it will not work.
Thank you, Mr. Mobai.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for putting it. And I'm using this opportunity to let everyone here, we want question, please. This is the beginning of the week. Question, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Boniface Nakwe. Mr. Boniface Nakwe, are you here? Okay, I'm moving to.
Yeah, and please let everyone keep your talk and questions simple.
Okay, I think I'm here. Please, thank you for the opportunity.
I
know you wanted me to ask a question, so I'm going to try to make my submission as a question.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, what is the best way to teach people the concept of chain of command?
Again,
so that they know to follow the chain of command, especially in the military.
Again, thank you so much for that question. We've been organizing trainings to our men on ground and even to the cabinet. That is the way we're doing it. We're also individually talking to these beautiful people at home, and they are all mostly they are understanding that it's no longer. And again, you also have to understand where these individuals are coming from. They've been since 2014. Some of them have said they've never really worked under a government. It's always been like agitating, the way that some of them have known that command, and once they are in homeland, that they are the one in charge. So you have to understand it. The transition that some of them are going through now, which is from just doing it that way and being able to also realize there are other aspects of building the United States of Biafra, especially the aspect where we have to now ensure that every state and their state governor and their state citizens, they are working together. This has never happened before. So now we have the state commanders working closely with the state administrators. Some of them initially didn't know it's going to happen, but right now, majority of the state commanders in the United States of Biafra are very, very comfortable coordinating and working with the state governors. That is the way we want it. And that is how we are going to continue to move forward. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for all you do. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next person is Wite. Eurolite Wite. Are you there? Okay, Zal. Freeman?
Somebody say SOM that the hand has been up.
No, I go by what I see here.
Okay, go ahead.
SOM is the fourth person on my
Okay,
what
go
I see. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Freeman, please. Freeman.
Yeah, I'm speaking. Can you hear me?
We can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Skylar Thompson, patient, Ring Central.
Hello?
Go ahead. DPM, please remember to make yourselves, yeah. Freeman, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
We can't hear you at all.
Can you increase your volume voice, please?
Now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate all that DPM is doing. I appreciate Defense Secretary, our Information Minister, and all of you. May God bless all of you. Please don't mind all these shenanigans. You are doing great. Let me tell you, please, 1-2 seconds, I'll just go away from here. I don't have any question because all the questions have been answered. But I just want to hear my view. Doing great. God will bless all of you. What about all these shenanigans? You are doing great, please. God bless all of you for us. I want our DPM just ọgwụ eji agba ndị ala jisi ike na-agba the 10. Ịmagụ na onwe ndị ya ga-agba ọgwụ ala fayikwa obere ala before wee dị mma. A na-ekpokwa isi aghasara aghasa n'obodo a. Ọ dị too much. Biko ọsụsụ anyị ma na ndị Igbo be anyị ada achịkwata onye ọbụla bụ eze be ha. Onye ọbụla bụ onwere onye na-ekwete n'ibi. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next person. Thank you so much. Next person. Brighter light.
Oh, it's me. Just 1 second. Sorry. I muted myself. Yeah. Please, if you have a co-host, help me. There's 0242 something. Please kick that person out. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing at the same time. Brighter light. Is your turn, please? Brighter light. Brighter light.
Good evening. Good evening. I hope I'm coming out clear.
You're coming out.
All right. My question, I just want to ask one question based on information I read online, pertaining to some of our brothers who the Nigerian government has flagged out for terrorism financing. So as we are discussing security, I don't know whether those people, the government has, tried to gather the information and knowing how the information got to be, being secured based on our money because of what is flying up and down on the internet about accounts.
Yeah. Let me quickly ask you, Brighter Light, when was the last time you made donation to the United States of Biafra? Sorry, can you unmute your phone? Brighter Light, when was the last time you made a donation to this struggle, please?
Actually, I will say it 2 weeks ago because of my movement. So I've not settled a lot, but 2 weeks ago I did.
2 weeks ago, can you tell me, where did you make that donation? Unmute yourself. It's praise and God we're here. Can you tell me, Brighter Light, where did you make that donation 2 weeks ago?
Brighter Light, are you here? This is the time to speak. What she means is that did you pay in through New Dimension or the Homeland account? And
it could be anywhere.
State? Yes.
It could be anywhere. Where did you make your donation?
Actually, I'm not in the Homeland, so I didn't make it through the Homeland account. I
Where
made it through the mandate.
Where did you make the donation? Where?
He said mandate. And who is the admin? What country?
I didn't hear that. Hold on one second. Did you hear mandate, Dr. Agi? Brother, like, where did you say?
You said mandate.
I said mandate.
I said mandate. I said I'm not in the Homeland, so I didn't do fundraising in the Homeland.
Okay. You made it through mandate. So the reason why, because I wanted to really check something. The reason why I wanted to have this information, if it's a fact, I will still check it, is that most of these people that make noise about our account, they do not donate to what we're doing. I want everyone to know that. They do not donate to this restoration, to this struggle. But they'll be the ones flying online, carrying all kind of propaganda about the account, where the money is donated or where the money is not donated. I want to let Biafrans know, we are a nation. We cannot continue to be afraid of the Nigerian terrorist state in our own nation, in Biafra land. What we do, the money we donate, we must continue to donate that using those 3 approved accounts. And again, some of these individuals that their name were listed by President Tinubu that finance terrorist financiers. I want to ask whoever asked this last question. Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, his name was on that list as a terrorist financier, right? So where was our Prime Minister donating his own money? If you can answer me that, where was PM donating his money that made the Nigerian terrorist state to list our Prime Minister as a terrorist financier? Where was he donating? You see, the reason why I want to highlight this point is this. Nigeria state will use everything possible to stop the restoration of the United States of Biafra. If you don't know that now. That's why I keep telling everyone on the social media, do not make the COS the Biafra restoration you're fighting. Don't make me your problem. Because once you do that, you are out. Do not make me, I am not the struggle you're fighting. I am not the United States of Biafra you're fighting. Focus on the restoration of the United States of Biafra and things you need to do to make sure we all go home as quickly as possible. One of the individuals, I see the name on that list, I've talked with him. He said he has never donated towards any of those accounts, none, 0. But his name was listed as a terrorist financier. I was even surprised why my name was not there. And then, upon investigation, you still discover that it was our own people, Biafran that are here, that submitted fellow Biafrans' names to be labeled as terrorist financiers. It is us that are our problem. When Tinubu and the Southeast and South governors give you money to come and disrupt what we are doing, you think by collecting our private information, is it not some people that call themselves freedom fighters, Biafra restoration people, that went in the first instance to screenshot the people that are helping us in Homeland to donate money, and even went as far as calling the guy to ask him, who are the people that are donating money to you? And these criminals, they went ahead and screenshot that and posted it everywhere on Twitter space and on Facebook and said, these are the people donating money. Is it Tinubu that is doing that? No. It is these fellow Biafran that are already paid to do what they are doing. So how did those people, how did their names come out? We have our banks publicly. We will continue to donate our money to those banks because it is the right thing to do. But who are you Biafrans that are compiling and following innocent Biafrans and sending their name to make report to the Zoo terrorist government? And you think that's going to stop us? If you like, compile all the names of Biafra, and there are many of them that are the ones you're sending are the ones that don't even have money. I wish you had the information of our private donors that are donating money to the restoration of the United States of Biafra. That's how foolish you are. Those of you that are submitting, just is it not the same people like Sonia Padawa and Co that went to screenshot the account number of innocent Biafrans that were sending money to the homeland to send it online just for them, just to scare Biafrans to stop donating to us, to the United States of Biafra? But can't you see how you failed? Don't they see how they failed? Even the ones that call themselves freedom fighters, going around to tell people, oh, do not donate your money to Ngozi Robinson, as if it's my own pain. I don't need anybody's money. But these are what some of you do. And you think it is the right thing to do. And at the end, you will start asking, how did they get it, the name? It is the same Biafrans that take the information of us, fellow Biafrans, and go submit it to different places just to start the restoration of them. Nobody. Tinubu is just a tool used, or that committee was just a tool used. But it is Biafrans here that submitted the names of innocent individuals to those people, including our Prime Minister's name, Simon Ekpa. What account does Simon Ekpa have? Those of you that are reporting Biafrans to the Zoo terrorists, what account does our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa have that made the Nigerian government to brand him as a terrorist financier? Is it not the same thing that the globalists, maybe Finland, is doing, collaborating with the same Biafrans that collaborate to go and report our Prime Minister to Finland? Are they not? They are the same people doing this thing. And then when our leader Nnamdi Kanu said that Biafrans are the most stupid and foolish people in this world, you keep thinking why he says things like that. So I followed up with a strong publication to ensure that and let Nigeria know they have no right to brand any Biafra that is fighting for their freedom a terrorist or a terrorist financier. That was why we passed that law, that legislation we did at the cabinet to let both Nigeria and Finland or any other country, they have no right to brand any Biafran as a terrorist or even a terrorist financier. We know why we passed that law, because there are fellow Biafrans that are here working day and night against the restoration of Biafra, being used by President Tinubu and the Nigeria Southeast and South governors. That is their job. That is all they do, day and night. So we've issued a publication in that regard against President Tinubu, and we send that publication to all the places where they send the names of our innocent Biafrans. And that is what all of you should do at your own time. Go and report to those places where they use our name, use the name of innocent Biafrans to propagate lies, just to disrupt. So go to your state FBI, report these individuals. There is a couple of them that have been parading themselves on Twitter, posting that they are reporting Biafrans to FBI, posting that Biafrans are terrorist financiers. And now the propaganda they are using, oh, Dr. Robreze, you told people to go online and make donation. That is why their name has been reported by the Zoo Nigerian government. So you're afraid of the Nigerian government. So you're afraid of Zoo. And you want us to continue to be afraid of what Tinubu will do to us that are seeking for our freedom. That is your problem. You're scared of Tinubu, right? But you cannot follow simple instruction given to you by the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. No, you wouldn't do that. But you're quick to post nonsense on Twitter and whatever you want, trying to just distract people from what they are doing. So go ahead, please. Do not mind any of those. None of those individuals, except maybe, I don't know about the Lacroix. The Lacroix is the terrorist that Nigeria state brought into Nigeria. And everyone listening to me, Nigerian state has a policy to reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists into the system. Christopher Musa, the defense minister of Nigeria, is on social media, is on social domain. Biafrans, go and find those documents and send it to that committee where these criminal Biafrans sent our names. When Lakarua, that terrorist organization, came to Nigeria, Christopher Musa said that they thought, oh, they accepted them as friendly people. They accepted them as friendly. Then all of a sudden, they start taking over the whole northern part of Nigeria. They start killing people. They start hijacking everything. And now, they now include the name of those terrorist organizations with the innocent Biafrans. Who are they deceiving? And they trick you, some of you Biafrans, to go ahead and start singing the same stupid song that Nigeria is singing, that, oh, you saw their name online, you saw their account online. So we cannot do anything. We will continue to hide. How long are we going to continue to hide and be afraid of the Nigerian terrorist state? How long are we going to continue to do that? So Biafran, please do not listen to all those confused individuals trying to change the narrative. Instead of attacking Nigerian government for what they are doing, which is wrong, they want to come out and disrupt what we are doing. So go to all those places they reported, look for that site and go and report that the Nigerian government reintegrates non-terrorists, and those terrorists have account number, and they give them that NIN number. What is that NIN number doing? What is the BVN number? The number they gave them, they can track them by their phone. They use those numbers to enter, open their bank account. So when they kidnap people and request for a ransom, why is it that President Tinubu is not tracking those terrorists that ask for ransom, and ransom are paid to them? Why hasn't he listed 1,001 of them on the Nigerian newspapers? And somebody is here trying to dance to the tune of the Nigerian terrorist state. Next question, please. Can you unmute yourself?
Mazi Oganiru Biafra, please go ahead.
Dr. Hagi,
please, you have to raise your hand. You don't.
I raise my hand. I raise my hand.
No. I want to kill me. Then I'm on social media. It's not Dr. Hagi. It's a kwanka. Eh? I can't on my phone. But go ahead. Go ahead, Biko.
Biko, Adan Biko. I am on a homeland.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Dr. Hagi, please, can you hear me?
This is Mark.
Mars 247, I want to talk.
I'm being called out. Can you listen?
Okay,
hello?
You can talk.
Can you ask your question, please? We don't have time here. Go ahead with your question. Edwin Akubogo, go ahead with your question.
I want your Gabiko. They were no one like Biko. As no abo Adinu, Aziz Adinu, Ubu Ejiji. Biafra, and a cook we are by my way.
You have a question, or please, we don't need any explanation. Go ahead with your question. If you don't have a question, we have a couple of hands. We want to clarify Biafrans today. And if you don't have a question, everything, please go ahead with your question, please. 30 seconds.
I have a question. Please, what I want to ask is this. Reason why all this is happening because of lack of information. Please tell us actually what is really going on, because
Dr. Hagi, please go to the next person. Don't have time to waste here, please. Go ahead, Dr. Hagi.
Okay, Oganiru. Okay.
Yeah. Good evening, my fellow Biafrans. Your Excellency, our DPM, I greet you. My name is Mazi Oganiru Biafra. I'm the governor of Enugu State. I want to address some issues which I have already addressed before in our combined factor concerning the happening in Ihamufu. As of last year, December, when I took office, I communicated with the people of Ihamufu and also informed them of the looming danger that is ahead of them and the reason why we need to come together and build a front that will protect all of them. So the former chairman that was there, the former county chairman of Issues East, sabotaged all my effort to bring the Ihamufu people together. Now, he went to the WhatsApp platform which I created, bring all the Ihamufu together. He began to complain that they don't have two Ihamufu, that I should not start creating new group of Ihamufu, this, and that. So he started dishing them bad and evil information. Now, I told him that if you are working with the people that are working with Ogi and Kere, you're not helping the people of Ihamufu. This thing started last December, not even January or February. When I started to make sure that Ihamufu are going to be rescued, this is what happened there. And a lot of people that are coming up here could not even be able to identify who is the governor. If you ask them, have they contacted me? And what is my response? None of them has ever, because all the people that have contacted me, I give them what we are going to do. There is solution on what is going on in Ihamufu. But they don't want to listen. All what they want to come here to do is to create propaganda, and which can never happen. This is government. If you cannot work with our government, there's no way any solution can come to you. There is a designated governor that have been made available to you that you can be able to work with. We have cabinet in Enugu State. We have executive. And all this we are trying to create is to make sure that all the area where these crises are happening are being protected. There's no way I can be able to report things when I do not have full support of Ihamufu. Ask them how many of them from Ihamufu have ever donated anything to our Israelis. None of them. Even in our monthly dues, they have not. The person I now put their new list since last year is trying to gather them up, and they are not coming up. They are just laying all kinds of accusation. Could you believe that as of last year, there's an accusation they sent in that forum saying that I myself came there to unplug the flag that was hosted, me and Ebubag, and I asked him, can he send the evidence of what he claimed on that platform? That I'm giving him 48 hours to send those claims. Or otherwise, that he is now instigating that USB are sponsoring Ebubagu. And USB instilled Ebubagu personality, which are not real. A lot of people from who knows me knows what we have been doing. And we're trying to call them back, but they're not coming up. Even when the Minister of Defense tried to save the situation, our men was there, but they sabotaged it. When the people, because I'm not going to give detail because of security information.
We don't have time. Please, if you just ask a question and then because we got to move on.
Now, the question is, these people that are coming up here to make all these, to ask all these questions, have they contacted me? Have they contacted my executive? Our arms are widely open to help them. If they can only follow the chain of government which have been laid down for them, we have solution for all this problem.
Yeah.
But they must do the needful. Right. That is my question. And this last person that I have just called, I don't even know him. I don't know his name. He's not part of what we are doing. So when they come to do, please ask them, are they part of what we are doing? They are not. Okay. They cannot even identify what we are doing.
Okay, so
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Quickly, yeah, let's keep our questions to 1 minute. Just like the Honorable Governor for Enugu State has said, what you find is where you have fellow Biafrans making things difficult for the final restoration of the United States of Biafra. And there could be reasons why they do that. Some of them could be selfish reasons. Some of them believe, oh, they have this house in Kano, I have this house in Abuja, I have this business in Sokoto, therefore I have this one. I don't want to let it go. So their selfish interest trumps the freedom of their people. So when you see them behave like that, you will already know where they're coming from. And again, to add to what you're saying, there have been even the so-called people that claim that they are following the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's order. You see them go online, laying accusation, lying to the public that the United States of Biafra is recruiting a Ebubago, is sponsoring a Ebubago. When they have no fact, no basis for that, they will tell you, oh, because there is one caterpillar. You know what? After I've listened to some so-called freedom fighters online, I would tell you that, you see, DOS, they are angels. I'm telling you. They become angels to me. When I see what some so-called freedom fighters that we are following the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa dish out online, the lies they emanate. Even the worst person that have killed so many people, I will call that person an angel, because these individuals, they just dish out lies, and then you begin to wonder, was these the lies that we are dishing out to the Prime Minister when the Prime Minister was available? Or did they just start doing these things? And you can see the reason why we would have gone 50 steps ahead if not for some of these liars that surround the Prime Minister, or that are just within the Biafra Republic government in exile. Again, just like Oganira have said, people will come out with all kinds of questions, all kinds of like, oh, you're not doing it well. Why didn't you do it? Give them that seat for just 10 minutes. They will break down. What capacity do they have? They cannot. They will destroy this independence we have. They will stretch us back 5 years or 10 years behind. Do not let them do that. They do not have the capacity at all. What you see them do is what they are paid to do. Either they are paid or somebody that is directing them is paid to do those things with them. So again, the United States of Biafra is not sponsoring Ebubago, as some people are spreading out there. Again, I've told Biafrans before, I don't know anyone called Sapele. I don't know anyone called Wikengurago. And then they come with, there's a caterpillar. Caterpillar is not a commander in Biafra. It's not a general in Biafra. Every individual Biafran operates in one state, only one. That is why we have the 40 states of Biafra. We decentralized commanders. So when they come with those excuses to try to derail, their major aim is to make sure that that ball we want to hit to the net, it doesn't go. So they come from different angles. They will tackle that ball. As we are trying to match the ball, even those we don't know, as they are trying to help us to push that ball into that one net, you see these so-called Biafrans, so-called people that are agitated, either from 2000 till now, you see them moving that ball away from that net. Biafrans, look out for these individuals, please. Look out and take appropriate action. Let's go to the next person, please.
Thank you. So, Som is your turn now, please. SOM. Som. Is that the way it's called? Some?
Okay, I was, hello, good evening, Biafrans. Hello, good evening, Biafrans. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Yeah.
I want to be sure I'm being heard. Okay, thank you for muting me. I appreciate this. Okay, I am really very happy that most of my worries have been addressed, especially in the last words of our Honorable Deputy Prime Minister Ngozi Oreboweze. To tell you the truth, I've been down for some days because, in my own opinion, our people say let everybody's opinion be okay to them so long they don't mean any harm. I was really down after the videos of Commander Gento that I saw, and to me, the agitation seemed very legal to me. But now the Deputy Prime Minister has addressed them, but I still have one question that two questions I'll ask openly. Then I will make a request. I would want to ask if it is possible to talk with the defense minister and Onyami, because there are questions I cannot ask openly here. I will not, even if I am forced to ask, I will not ask, because I cannot ask any question that would bring a kind of I don't want that. So I'll ask if it is possible to talk with these two persons, or maybe with the Deputy Prime Minister as well in the meeting, but not something open. I don't want to ask this.
Yeah, please go ahead and get in touch with the
okay. Yeah, sorry, BPM. Yeah.
Please, let's go to the next person.
No. I still have one question I want to ask openly.
Right.
So the open question is good that you. I heard that you don't know who Ikengu is, because I've heard so many things about him. I don't know him, but I've heard some terrible things, even while Prime Minister was with us, things that he's doing. Then on the Caterpillar issue, I would not say if he's actually a commander. I don't know if he's a commander or not, but he's not a commander. Good. I wanted to say if he's a commander, but in his own zone. I will not say he should not be allowed, but in order to allow peace reign, the security chiefs can talk with him and the commander who is agitating. If there's a way to arrange a meeting, that will be security will be ensured, so that the both of them will meet themselves at a secure location and have a perfect understanding. Because this fight is not an ego thing, or it's not a one-sided thing. The whole fight, the whole agitation, will still need to bring people from a job, people from Biafra, people from Rivers State. So we cannot do it alone. So the good thing is, you said it is not working with us.
Yeah, again, thank you so much, because we need to move on. Your suggestion were well noted. Again, I have to let everyone know we are running a decentralized military in the United States of Biafra. Everyone focuses on their state. As we move into this government, there are leadership skills that we expect anyone that is going to be eventually a commander or a general or anything. There are certain expectations the government needs them to have, just like we have on any developing world, on any international standard. That is why we are doing these trainings. We expect people who believe that they are the leaders to attend those trainings, to be part of those trainings. The reason is because we cannot give people what they don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. If somebody is a leader, a commander, and does not know the international requirements of being a leader in Biafra land, that is already a negative. So regardless of who anybody is talking about, that's why it's not everything in military, in the defense, that we talk publicly. Again, we have over 50,000 Biafrans that are ready to join the Biafra military from day one. And when I say this, I'm not trying to disparage people that are already there. Because sometimes when I say things, people misquote me, that I'm going to get new people and dump old people. There is nothing like that. What I'm saying is this: we are building a nation where the standard is going to be very, very high. And for those standards to be very, very high, there are certain expectations, there are certain trainings, there are certain things we expect those individuals who are going to be in leadership positions of Biafra land to obtain. So those that are already there, we encourage them to continue to get those trainings. The ones that are joining and they continue to improve, they continue to get those trainings, they continue to show their skills tactfully and in leadership, the government will be able to recognize those individuals. That's all I have to say. In 2014, some of you don't know me, right? Maybe in 2015, some of you do not know Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, but at least I'm here today, right? That's why some say, oh, they don't know her before. She's never been part of that. She never started. But when you are in government, when you are following somebody, when you are in leadership, there are certain criteria the leader is looking out for. You continue to follow your leader and learn your leader, understand your leader. We have only one government. The rules are very clear. So anyone that does not want to belong there, it is okay. But those that want to belong there, there are certain expectations on the standard, on the trainings and things that they have to accomplish for them to be able to maintain those positions in the United States of Biafra. That's all I have to say. We like everyone, we respect everyone, but your words, your actions, what you do is going to tell this government what you are going to do in the future. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. The number is on the chat. Then Mazi Chikezie, Chinyaroba, please. It's your turn. Chikezie Chinyaroba.
Yeah, thank you, my acting president and deputy prime minister. Thank you, Biafrans worldwide. I have an issue I want to raise, and I need response from the DPM. DPM, I'm making an application for you to approve Governors Forum in United States of Biafra homeland. It will help us a lot because there will be a way of educating people on issues that relate to leadership. That is one. Secondly, DPM. There was an issue in my state. I think there's a need to make it public for the whole Biafra to know what is going on. I have commander in Ohamadike state. For 2 weeks now, he blocked me. You told him to plead with my governor. He pleaded with my governor. For 2 weeks now, he does not take a call of my governor. My governor will call and call and call. He will not pick. But this is the same man who said he will never work under bloody civilian, that no bloody civilian will tell him anything to do. That he take the bar. I called the Minister of Defense. I told him, I am in charge. My governor, I'm the deputy governor of Hamadike State.
Please, excuse me, please. That question should not come here, please, okay? We'll take it out, please. This PM. I don't want to bring in something we can talk about today.
Okay,
please, I need...
Mazi Chikezie.
Let me clarify. Chikezie, I think I know where you're going. Thank you so much. I think I know where you're going, and I will attend to that later on.
Thank you very much.
And I'll
thank you very much.
And
thank you very much.
I'll get back to you again. I want to make it clear to everyone listening to us in the United States of Biafra, because you carry the gun does not give you the power above the executive leader in your state. The reason why I'm saying this is I keep saying we respect everyone. We appreciate the role everyone is playing in this government. And we expect coordination. we encourage coordination between the commanders and the state governors. That is the structure we've created. But if you think because you have the gun, you can do your own thing without coordination from your state governor, that is not acceptable. And you may think you are doing that because you have the power or you've been doing that. I promise you, we want to work with commanders. Biafrans are going to work with the governors in a collaborative manner. And I know the reason why I'm stressing on this. I do not want anybody to go killing each other for like what was obtained during Nnamdi Kanu's time, where some people think they have the power, they have the command, then you go and eliminate innocent Biafran because you think you have the power in the state. Don't do that. We all have only one head. We all have only one head. Kimanka, Imankosa, do not go about threatening any Biafran just because you have chains of bullets. That is not acceptable. Not in the United States of Biafra. You can't do that. If you have any problem, if you have any issue, let me know. Let the Defense Secretary know. Let the Deputy Defense Secretary know. But if you think you can go ahead just because you've been there since 2014 or 2010, therefore you can't talk to nobody, you can't take you can't take order from nobody. You are wrong. I'm telling you. That's not acceptable. You might need to go and form your own state where you will carry that kind of indiscipline and work. Not in the United States of Biafra. The same way I keep telling the governors why they are the civilian governors taking care of the civilians in the state. We also want to ensure that we give the commanders the room they need to work, the room they need to plan, the room they need to make sure that this ball is going into that net. And where you have crisis, let me know. Just like Chikeze has pointed out. I want to know those situations. Any other state that is having similar problem between the state governor and the commander, let me know. Don't think you can solve that problem by yourself. Let us know. Let the executive know. Let the cabinet, any of the cabinet members know about it. And we know how to solve those problems. We want collaboration. We need collaboration. Even if you're a commander general, anything, you need collaboration of the community, of the people. If Fulani terrorists are coming to your state to kill people, you may be in your own zone or in your own area. It is those civilians walking on the street, those state governors and the civilians will inform, oh, where are these terrorists going? They're the ones that will pick up the phone and call the state governor that I just passed through these Fulani terrorists, that they're all carrying guns, looking for who to kill. It is the state governor that will now alert the commander, hey, this is information I just get. Can you be able to check this out? You cannot operate alone, whether you're a governor or you're a commander or you're a civilian. We all need to work together to defeat this common enemy, which is the reintegrated terrorists wearing Nigerian military and police uniform, being sent by Christopher Musa and Tinubu to come to our land and kill our people, and the Ebubago and co. Those are our enemies, and the politicians that bring them in. So we need that collaboration, please. Next question, next person, please.
Thank you, Pastor Jonathan.
Good evening, my EPM. Good evening, the entire cabinet members present. Good evening, Biafrans. Actually, I don't have question, but I need to say something that has been in my mind for a long time. Somebody asked a question. He said he wants to be told the truth. The truth is that our DPM has poured out her mind, her heart, passionately to Biafrans. And you can see transparency, you can see honesty in her. And you ought to know that we cannot go back anymore. We have the government, the United States of Biafra. Some people called me from the left and they were asking me that we have to go back to Bridgie. I said, listen, going back is death. Going forward is life. In Igbo, they say it, they made all kinds of pleadings, but we cannot go back. I don't know the truth you want. The truth is that the United States of Biafra has come to stay. And anybody working against that is working against not the Deputy Prime Minister, but against himself and his generations to come. That is the truth. At the same time, I want you to know so many people have asked questions, the source or how the military are being paid. The military, you see, or sponsored is coming directly from the United States of Biafra. The military, you always hear that have been extensively said in this forum, is that our military is decentralized. To let you know what it means, because so many people are not understanding it. The USB military operates under a decentralized command structure. That is what it means, where authority flows from the DPM as at now, as the commander-in-chief, down through the Secretary of Defense, the deputy, the joint staff, and whom we know as at now could be Butuzo, the governors, and the commanders of the various branches and combatant commanders. This is just how it works. Everywhere in the world, it is like that. It is set up that way. So our own can never be different. So get this clear. When an individual comes up making video, especially carrying gun, that person is telling you that he doesn't know anything about the rules and regulations governing the armed forces. That tells you that the person needs education. When we say we need education, it's not to belittle you. I am 65 years old and I am still in school. All Biafrans need education. Our DPM has been saying a lot that we need to be educated, we need to learn, we need to be trained. Even the Nigerian government, the military, Nigerian military, you call them zoo. I have never seen any of them one day lift up their guns and begin to challenge Tinubu. I have not seen that, yet you call them zoo. And this is United States of Biafra. This is a nation that has to be compared with any developing country in the world. And that is what we are trying to build. That's where we are going. If you do not know that, you need to know that today. And also, I want to let you know that anyone that is criticizing this government is not criticizing the government based on, they're not sincere. You see, they are very selfish. Anybody that comes out there to criticize the government is either the position the person is looking for, he or she has not gotten it. That is the reason. So I want us to get that right, because I have looked into all what is going on. I have prayed about all that what is going on, and I have found out that most people that are criticizing the government is just because they did not get what they want. Our DPM had told us we have thousands and one opportunities or businesses or jobs lying out there for Biafrans. You can queue in. You have to queue in, prepare yourself, position yourself. You will get whatever you want. It is obvious. And I want you to note that people who are busy, they talk less. And those jobless ones, they're the ones talking, criticizing, looking for errors, looking for faults, instead of them to build from their own little area. Somebody told me that he is the acting prime minister. I said, you are telling lies. He said, after speaking with me for over 45 minutes, and you still say I'm telling lies. I said, yes. He hung up phone. See, so I want us to note that somebody came up online as an elderly person and now begin to blame a part or one part and say that this part, I do not know what they are doing, especially Biafran money. But he didn't tell us what the other party is doing with Biafran money. If you're a parent, you have 2 children and they are fighting, what do you do? Do you have to side one side and blame the other one, or you find a way of reconciling both? That is what makes you an elder. Anyway, I'm not going too further, but I just want us to note that we have to be united under one government and fight a common enemy. And know for sure that you have nothing to lose as Biafran. You are going to gain so much. If you are looking, if your ambition is in politics, you are going to have any position you want. You can contest as governor, you can contest, you can become president, you can be anything you want when we have Biafra. And if you want to have money, you have the privilege, a good environment to operate your business. You will not be afraid of anybody killing you. Nigeria is a mess. Please, my Biafrans, I appeal to every one of us. Let's work together. It's not coming here to say, my sister, we are the same place, from the same place, you are my brother, this, and yet behind you are killing that person. And you are criticizing that person. That is not what we want. Please. And God will bless every one of us. Thank you.
That's a nice submission.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pastor Jonathan. For those of you that don't know who just spoke, that's the Secretary of Trade and Commerce. Thank you so much.
Fools like okay, cannot do election in Biafra land though.
Please, Mazol is Emeka. Ewo. Okay. Mazol Baroland, okay. Your turn, please. Like the DPM said, please, let's make it short. Thank you. Go ahead, Mazi. Roland, okay. Hello? Okay. I'm moving on. Next is Mazi Teddy Emegama.
Okay, thanks a lot for allowing me to speak and ask my question. Actually, all what I want to say has been done by a good number of speakers. My question goes to the hierarchy stated in the Defense Department. On getting to the general and the Joint Chief, actually, who draws the organigram for them? And how's the report format, or not report format? How's the report hierarchy? Do they have to be approved by the Joint Chief of Staff, or will people under the general, the Joint Chief General, go out of the scene and actually start making utterances, making comments and everything to the people? I just want to understand, is there any particular restriction on what the people under the general will do in order not to expose us to all these announcements and everything from the likes of the, is it general, somebody commander, gentle or whatever? I don't know. I just want to understand, is he controlled or is he not controlled? Are they allowed commanders to pop out from any angle and start making reports and announcements to the people of Biafra?
Yeah, I know. Before the friends come in, let me quickly. Thank you so much for that question. Remember, we are kind of, let me call it kind of a transitional phase, and I want us to understand where we are coming from, where we have been, and where some of our brothers and sisters who are defending our land has been. This might be the first time that I think they are going through that normal process of orientation and reorientation on what a nation should look like, what a nation military should look like. So we have not really been here for that long, but we also welcome those who could come in and help us draft some of these trainings and protocols and all that for our sisters and brothers that are defending our land from the reintegrated terrorists sent by the Nigerian state to kill us, rape our women, kill our children, take our men away and lock them up in all different kinds of jails. So we welcome that. Another thing is this: somebody said it, one doesn't really have to be a true expert of anything to really build a successful organization. Some of us, our parents, they built organizations that are very, very successful, but they are not maybe degree holders or graduates and all that. But sometimes common sense is not common. And one does not truly have to be a degree holder or have so much education to do certain things. That is why everybody here, you can only do one thing at a time. Limited in the sense that even if somebody is a president of a country or the governor or the secretary of information, secretary of defense, secretary of anything, business, you still need the help of other people. Again, if we have somebody who is a very successful defense individual, who follows the rules, guidelines, goes through the training, they don't have to be graduate holders, but those individuals with the power given to them can hire experts to surround him. When we have somebody like President Trump or President Biden or some of these presidents, they are not professional. They are not professionals in everything. But what they do is to hire the professionals and the experts that knows the thing they need to run a successful department. They hire them around them. The government pays them, and that individual becomes successful, regardless of the level of education or anything. But because the person has proven his or her worth in the government. So again, we welcome all Biafrans in different fields. Now we're a nation with about 18 departments. Find a place to fix yourself in. There are a couple of departments that have really been getting people. And these secretaries, their job is to liaise with them, tell them your area of expertise, and then talk with them, work with them. Those on ground that are the replicate of what we have here, they're already hiring a lot of experts in Nigeria, in Biafra. That's why we said Nigeria state needs to leave all our government offices ASAP, because Biafrans have been hired, are on standby to start work in all the government offices from day one. They need to leave our land. So again, I understand the angle we're coming from. It's a process, it's a work in progress. We cannot get everything at the same time. But again, we expect and we encourage all Biafrans to continue to improve themselves in area of education. Even when we have any commander or anybody carrying chains of guns, showing himself on Twitter, or that is out of order, that is out of protocol. We're not building a country or a nation. So if that individual has participated on that international human rights law that guides the war processes and how we conduct wars, because we are ready to engage the terrorists that are coming into our land. We are ready for that. And that is why we are going through these trainings to know what we can do and what we cannot do. So if this individual has been in that training, he or she will understand that to even come out with chains of guns around your neck and showing it publicly and saying that you're working with for the United States of Biafra, that is a no-no. Not even our prime minister will support that individual in doing anything like that. So it's a work in progress. We'll continue to develop the appropriate skills, education, and all that to make sure that we become the best of what we deliver to our new nation. Thank you.
Yeah, like, can I shed some light on that question, please? The defense, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. Somebody asked the question. Thank you for that wonderful question. The question goes to defense about the organogram as far as the chain of command. How does it flow? Like our DPM said, the development of Biafran forces is still work in progress. However, we have already conducted a couple of trainings that have to do with discipline. It's all about discipline. And we also have our TRADOC, Training and Doctrine Command, in which we are now trying to recruit people who will help us in developing that area as far as the training of the military and our doctrines, how this chain of command then flows. So this is transitional phase, and our country is still new. A lot of things and military terminologies will continue to come as we go along. We just ask Biafrans to exercise patience and work with us. And I believe we have already trained a lot of people, and we ask all our commanders to endeavor to attend these trainings when we call for one. We cannot call for training and people fail to come, and when they fail to come, they will not participate and they will not get the benefit therein. So like last week, we have training on rules of engagement. Our military should not be seen, like the DPM said, with the weapons in public unless they are engaging the enemy. That's the only time they're expected to see their weapons like that. So these are the kind of things that came up in our last training. If this commander was there, he wouldn't be doing what he did the last time. Thank you very much, Biafrans. Continue to plug in, continue to follow us as things unfold. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Onyami. Next person, Dr. Adi.
Thank you. Next person is Reverend John Okoro. Reverend John Okoro. Reverend John Okoro. Okay. I'm moving to iPhone.
Yeah, I'm here.
Please go ahead and speak, sir.
I want to show my video if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead and start your video, please.
Yeah, okay. All right. All protocols observed. My name is John Okoro. I was a soldier in Biafra between, 66 to 70. There were just two of us born of that are male in my family. My brother was also a soldier, but he's deceased now. First of all, I just want to say that I am a soldier. 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 I am a sol express my gratitude to all of you, all protocols observed. Every one of you that has been in the struggle deserves a pat on the back. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. I just want to ask a question. Is the Zoom we are on a public thing that for everybody's consumption?
You say
Are
what?
you hearing me?
You say what?
I said, the Zoom we are on now, is it public for everybody's consumption?
No, I'm not sure we are airing it. Dr. Honorable, we're not airing this, right? Dr. Age? Okay, it's being aired, right? Okay, it's being aired, sir. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is I've been observing in the background for a number of months, and a lot of great things are happening there. This is my first time joining. I've been following what is happening from when you were in Finland up till now. And I want to say that a lot of great things are happening. And people need to realize that USB has just been here for 4 months. And I am amazed at the kinds of questions people come to the public to ask. Some of these questions are what should be addressed at the back end. I wonder how you do it, my COS DPM. Everything I'm seeing, most of the things I'm seeing are just sheer distractions.
Thank you.
And if you are going to they're going to tie up your time answering some of the questions that others should be addressing, they will really be overworking you. And one of the things, most of the comments I make it in Ugo 247 and QITV. My handle is Nnananwa Biafra. But I just want to do neme. Inweta ihe anyị na-achọ is not an easy thing to do. And people are going to come here and criticize